All right, so as we've just been introducing the material, this is a lecture series on self help. So, again, I ask you to trust your counsel, all of the people that you would lean towards for medical, legal, and spiritual counsel. Continue to do so. I'm not asking you to forsake them. So, let's talk about asking the wrong questions. Why do people form the habit of drinking or using mind altering substances? Well, they're likely using it as an attempt at solving a problem or problems, several problems. You might say, he's got a drug problem. And I'd say, no, he hasn't. He's got a health problem. And that will likely be causing career and family problems. Career problems, more than likely, and family problems, also very likely, if he doesn't get a hold of himself and handle those drugs better. That'll cause even more career, family, and health problems. Cumulative. And with respect, one problem relates to the other, respectively, you call that. The drug isn't his problem. It's cumulative, though. It's a bad solution he's been habitually using. What works for one may not work for another, and some people would say it's working just fine. Solving the actual problems, though, cumulatively affects a person's need for drugs. Solve one problem, solve another problem, solve another problem. There's less of a need for the drug, right? Um, At a certain point, though, alcohol and drug use is just mindless self indulgence, quote unquote. The person just likes using them. Maybe they're too selfish to quit. And any attempts to stop him or her using them are futile. In that case, the user, pusher, and enabler of other people's illicit and habitual drug use is just enjoying themselves. And even when their behavior obviously affects others in a harmful result, he or she does nothing. Nothing to quell those anxieties. These are the various types. I gave up drug use because it hurt or badly disturbed others that I used from time to time, or to know that. Experienced users are not disturbed or badly injured in any sense by their experimental, recreational, or even medicinal and spiritual drug use. However, some people don't know how badly they affect other people. Anyway, in fact, many experienced users do not experience cravings. I myself don't really have cravings. I have more or less well, a migraine of sorts and maybe a hangover when I've like been on a 2 3 day binge. Um, but again, I gave that up. Um, I had a little talk with my only son, and I said, "Do you think Daddy does drugs?" And he says, "No, sir." I say, "Well, what if I told you that sometimes I do? Do you think that that would hurt you?" And he said, "Yes, sir, I do." So I said, "Son, do you want me to never do drugs again?" And he said, "Yes, Daddy." So he and I made an agreement, and I began to just work out the differences. You know what I mean? Pause to reflect. Yeah, so I went and talked to some friends that I would get down with, and whatever, kind of let them know, hey, it's probably not going to be happening like that. And it's like they were thrilled. So like I encourage anyone who wants to give this shit up to go ahead and kick it, nip it in the bud. But anyway, in fact, many experienced drug users do not experience cravings. Myself in that category. They viewed the substance as something they control, use for work, and learn with rather than some fiendish devil of an entity. I remember the last time that I took psilocybin. These people have self mastery as a worthy ideal.